Hi, I'm going to be discussing my book, Justice Gone Haywire. But before I start that, I want to walk back and forth, show off a little bit my booty shorts. And 1 and 2, 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Did you like that? Well, anyway, okay, here we go to my book, Justice Gone Haywire. Okay. It's called, again, Justice Gone Haywire by Denise No. Winston Churchill famously said, "Democracy is the worst form of government except for all the others that have ever been tried." This wry and witty statement could also be made about the American judicial system. The adversary system that we have in this country usually protects the rights of the suspect while also getting justice for the wronged. This author has no quarrel with it. However, like any illegal system, it is made up of human beings and subject to human error. The innocent may sometimes be imprisoned and even executed. Mistakes are made. In addition, as I argue in the case of Jonathan Pollard, a sentence can be passed on a guilty defendant that is so disproportionate to the crime that it constitutes justice gone wrong. Okay. Now, the first case featured in this collection is not one of the American judicial system. It's about Henry VIII's famous or infamous fifth queen, Catherine Howard. Okay, and some people might wonder, does this case belong in this book? I think it does. Her guilt is assumed in the popular imagination, even though, as I hope to show in my article, the case for it is far weaker than generally thought. Now, various factors can lead to miscarriage of justice. Mistaken identification, odd coincidences, the fallibility of human memory all contribute to justice gone haywire. But also the zeitgeist of the times and prejudices. Okay. In the two cases covered, legitimate concerns about the sexual vulnerabilities of young females and their exploitation by powerful male predators played a role in the cases of both Roscoe Fatty Arbuckle and Leo Frank. Revulsion at violence against women factored into the persecution of the Scottsboro Boys. The sense that marriage was threatening by the loosening of traditional sexual morals may have played a role in the cases of both Dr. Sam Shepard and Alice Crimmins. The attention given to the Jean Harris case was partly because many women identified with the story of a woman wronged by a compulsively promiscuous man, as well as by the special plight of an aging woman finding herself replaced in her man's life by a younger woman. Jonathan Pollard's case brought public attention to the fact that allies spy on each other and aroused fears about American security. Now, prejudices that played a part in these cases include anti-Semitism and lynching of Leo Frank and possibly the over-sentencing of Jonathan Pollard. Okay, the Scottsboro Boys were victims of racism, of white supremacy of the time period. Okay. Sometimes the prejudices are less commonly acknowledged. Prejudice around weight worked against Roscoe Fatty Arbuckle. He went from the jolly fat man to the obese ogre in a lot of people's minds. Anthony Capozzi's schizophrenia may have been a factor in his taking the rap for crimes committed by another man. Prejudice against sexual adventurousness among females, together with a stereotype of glamorous women as cold and unmotherly, hovered over the prosecution of Alice Crimmins. Okay, and, I go on to say that concerns around gender roles shadowed both the Alice Crimmins and Jean Harris cases, albeit in different ways. The Crimmins case broke at about the same time that the second wave of the feminist movement was gearing up. Although Alice was far from